New at 10, a Granger restaurant owner is facing deportation to Mexico. Roberto Beristain owns Eddie's Steak Shed. It's been a part of the community for the past 40 years. WSBT-22's Danielle Kennedy is at the live desk right now. And Danielle, he's being held in Wisconsin by Immigration and Customs Enforcement.
Roberto Beristain's family says he was picked up in Indianapolis last month during his yearly check-in with ICE officials. His attorney says Beristain was in the process of getting a visa, has a worker's permit, and pays taxes. Now his family is hoping the government will let him come home.
This is my home, and this is his home. That's the way he looks at it.
But these days, Helen Beristain is wondering if her husband will ever come home.
When you're given all these documents, legal documents from the government, and then they take him away from you and they tell you you're detained, your husband is not going to come out, it could be 6 months, it could be a year, he could be back in 10 years. I mean, you don't know how to feel.
Helen came to the U.S. from Greece when she was 10. Roberto came from Mexico 19 years ago.
We met in a restaurant in Fort Wayne.
Roberto was issued a deportation order in 2000 after he and Helen accidentally ended up at the Canadian border on a trip to Niagara Falls. Roberto didn't have his papers to legally be in the country. A federal immigration judge ordered him to voluntarily deport himself to Mexico. His attorney says he's been under the supervision of Immigration and Customs Enforcement since then.
They tell you, okay, if you don't commit any felonies, any crimes, anything bad, DUIs, traffic tickets, you know what? You proceed with your documents to get your green card, and that's what Roberto was doing.
Last month, President Trump directed officials to be more aggressive in arresting and deporting anyone who is here illegally.
We're targeting people that actually are just simply trying to provide for their, family and community.
I think that our president is going to keep all the good people here. He's not going to tear up families. I don't think he wants to do that. He just wants to keep us safe.
Roberto's family believes he deserves that chance.
He's always doing something, not for himself, but for everybody else.
Something good will come out of this. All the good people will come out. I don't think ICE is out there to just detain anybody and just, break families. No. And at the end of the day, I think it's going to be okay.
Beristain's attorney says he filed paperwork asking ICE not to deport him. If that request is denied, Beristain will be deported to Mexico and could be banned for the U.S. from up to 10 years. If that happens, his attorney says Beristain could apply for waivers to come back to the U.S. At the live desk, Danielle Kennedy, WSBT 22 News.